Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Anne. If you don't know who you're sitting next to, introduce yourself. So as always, take good care of yourself today. Feel free to back off, down level, rest as needed, while also keeping in mind we're endeavoring to move as one body. So the older I get, the more I think about what feel like the big existential questions. Like, what is the fundamental point of a life? And what is the fundamental point of a practice? And I can't help but think of what Alan Watts said, this philosopher who really popularized Zen Buddhism. And he said, the meaning and the purpose of the dance is the dance itself, which I really love, right? And we could say the same for a life. The meaning and the purpose of a life is life itself. In order to really be fully alive, we have to be willing to fully live whatever is here right now. And in order to do that, that means we need to make direct, unwavering contact with whatever is arising, right? It's only when we do that, when we really make contact with what's here, that we can find our place where we are. Only when we really make contact with what's here, that we can find our way in this moment. Most of us, though, right, live in a kind of default state, a kind of waking sleep, where we don't really make contact and appreciate what's good, and where we really struggle to clearly see and respond to what's hard. So much easier to rest in endless distraction, really avoiding what's here. And sometimes we can even use our spiritual practices to do that too. So we have to really remind ourselves that yoga and meditation aren't about distracting ourselves from anything. They're not about avoiding anything, but about really cultivating the ability to make direct, unwavering contact with what's right here, right now, right? It's only if we really know what's right here, right now, that we can compassionately respond to what's here. That's how we find our place where we are. That's how we find our place in this moment. That's how we find our way forward. So it doesn't happen automatically. We have to keep practicing over and over. In Zen, they say practice is enlightenment too. So let's practice. Come to sitting tall. Press your sits bones into the earth and find a nice long spine, long from the base of the spine through the crown of the head. And as we enter our practice, we remind ourselves we're not here to distract ourselves from anything, but to make contact with everything. It's really hard to open to what's here if we're not feeling deeply grounded. So we locate our center. Maybe it's a spot in the body like the belly or the feeling of the breath right at the nostrils, but we locate our center and we engage the senses. This is how we begin. So we don't reject or exclude any part of our experience. We allow ourselves to notice both the sounds and the silences that come to us on the air. We allow ourselves to notice whatever physical sensations are here. So tightness or bracing, maybe agitation or depletion. Are you feeling fidgety? What if you committed just to sitting still for the next few moments? We allow ourselves to know what feeling state is here, right? Whether it's grief or relief, whether it's confusion, joy, or ease. We open to it all, knowing this is what's going to help us find our way where we are This is what's going to help us find our place in this very moment. And knowing that it's difficult sometimes to sit with what the present moment experience is, we remind ourselves we can draw the attention to the physical sensations of the breath to create more equanimity. So start to notice the breath as it is in this moment without rushing to change it. First, have to really know what's here. So is your breath up high in the chest? Or is it low in the belly? Is it fast or slow? Shallow or deep? Really notice the difference between just thinking about your breath and actually feeling it. Actually feel your breath. Actually be in your life. We know that we can create a greater sense of calm when we can lengthen and deepen the breath. Let's do that with a hissing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Two more, inhaling. One final one. And then bring both hands flat across the heart. Feel the full weight of your hands on the heart. Feel the heart beating on the hands, reminding yourself that you can make contact with what's here. You can bring care to what's here. Let's resonate with each moment of experience. 3 humming bee breaths. Inhale. Hum. 2 more, inhale. One final one. Release the hands down to the knees. Inhale to the sky. Palms meet overhead. Trace the midline. Feel the full weight of the thumbs on the forehead, nose, lips, and heart center. Remaining seated, fold forward towards the earth. Reach your arms out in front of you. Soften your forehead to the floor. As you press your palms into the earth, commit to a practice of open awareness, making contact with what's here, and concretely and compassionately responding to what's here. When you're ready, roll over the knees and find your way into your tabletop position. So really feel your hands on the earth. Spread your fingers wide. Root down through the thumb and the forefinger. Your knees are hip-width apart. You can tuck your toes and then start finding some organic movement. Just shifting the hips side to side and forward and back. Just really feeling into what's here now. Not assuming that you know what's here. Every moment different, every day different. Returning to center. As you inhale, draw the lower ribs into the body, back of the heart to the sky. As you exhale, reach your heart forward and the tail back. Inhale, draw in deeply. Exhale, expand. One more, drawing in. Exhale, reach the heart forward. Find a neutral spine.
Walk your knees behind your hips, tuck your toes, press up and back, downward facing dog.
You're welcome to bend both knees here, or you can walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. Keep pressing the earth away from you, reaching your hips to the back wall. Spinning the biceps towards the ears, triceps towards the earth. Notice if you're holding tension in the head or the neck. Gently nod the head, yes. And shake the head, no. Really feel your inhale. Really feel your exhale. Come on to the balls of the feet, puffing around, forward, high plank.
Gaze beyond the edge of the mat. If you like, you can drop to the knees. Let's lower halfway down and pause. Feel what's here to be felt, and then you let it pass on through and release. Point the toes, hands parallel to the chest. Inhale, we rise together in cobra. Exhale, release. Let's press back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, forehead to the floor. As you inhale, feel your ribs draw apart. As you exhale, feel the ribs draw together. Press up and back, downward facing dog.
When you inhale, know that you're inhaling. And when you exhale, know that you're exhaling. Step your big toes together here. Reach your right leg to the sky. Draw your knee into your nose. Step on through. Low lunge.
Heart forward. Gaze forward. Draw the right hip crease to the back wall. Soften the jaw, the brow, the mouth. Let's drop the back knee. Pull back to modified half splits. You can always bring your hands on blocks. If you're feeling tight, you can bend the front knee. You want to find length from the base of the spine through the crown. If you like, you could pulse, sinking the forehead towards the shin and pulsing back up. 2 more. Exhale down. And up. 1 more. And press forward, low lunge. Plant your hands. Right leg goes back, downward facing dog. Just this inhale, just this exhale. Curl forward, high plank. If you like, you can drop to the knees. We lower down halfway and we pause. Let your experience be written in bold letters. And then let it pass on through and release. Point the toes, hands parallel to the chest. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, lay down. Press back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, forehead to the floor. We bring the mind home to the body. Right, that's how we can feel ourselves as more fully alive. Press up and back, downward facing dog.
Just breathing in, just breathing out. Step your big toes together. Reach your left leg to the sky. Draw your knee into your nose. Step on through.
Low lunge, heart forward, gaze forward. Drawing the left hip crease to the back wall. Let's drop the back knee. Pull back, modified half splits using your blocks as needed. Bending that front knee if you're tight. Pausing, really taking stock of what's here. If you don't know what's here, how could you possibly respond to it? As you exhale, sink the forehead towards the shin. Inhaling up. 2 more. Exhale down. Inhale up. 1 more. And up. Press forward, plant your hands, low lunge. Left leg goes back, downward facing dog. Just this inhale, just this exhale. At the back of your mat, step your heels as wide as the mat. Turn the toes out. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And then let's sink on down into Malasana. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can sit on a block. You can come into a modified horse's position. We're pressing the elbows into the legs, reaching the heart towards the thumbs. Maybe you bring your hands flat across the heart. Close eyes. Right, our task here is to hold all the contents of our heart. And then we ask ourselves, is awareness itself enough to digest what's here? Or is some other action needed? Bow forward. Modified standing forward fold. Feet are hip width apart or even wider. You're welcome to bend your knees if you like. If your hands don't easily touch the earth, you can rest your hands on a block. If you'd like to go a little deeper here, hold on to the big toes with peace fingers. Inhale up, half lift. As you exhale, pull it a little deeper. Bend the elbows. Draw the chin towards the chest. So you're rounding forward here. Really engage the quads to help open the hamstrings if the legs are lengthened. Inhale up, half lift. As you exhale, if you like, thread your palms underneath the soles of your feet. Now you can always bend the knees if you like, or the legs can be lengthened. You're rounding forward through the armpits and the elbows. Again, you're drawing the chin in towards the chest. Inhale up, half lift. Let's bring our hands to our waist. Inhale all the way up. And let's toe heel our feet together here for mountain. Feel the strength of your legs. Spin your palms forward. Reach that right heel forward. Press through the heel, the ball of the foot, the toes. Reach your arms overhead. Shift all your weight into that right foot. If you like, catch hold of the left knee. Maybe you open the knee out to the side, right hand to the hip. Drawing the knee back to the center line and release. Reach that left leg forward. Press through the heel, the ball of the foot, the toes. Shift all the weight into the left foot. Reach your arms overhead. Let's catch hold of the right knee. If you like, you can draw the knee out to the side, left hand to the left hip. Return the knee to center. Replace the foot. Find your way to the top of your mat if you're not already there. So we feel the earth beneath our feet, spinning the palms forward. Inhale to the sky. Gaze towards the thumbs, palms meet. Trace the midline. Feel the full weight of the thumbs on the forehead, nose, lips, and heart center. Deep forward fold all the way to the earth. Rolling up to standing one vertebra at a time. At the top of your mountain, shrug your shoulders forward, up, around, and down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sink deep, Utkatasana. Weight into the heels, toes light, gaze forward here. If you like, you can bring the hands in front of the heart and sink 2 inches deeper. Right, so we remind ourselves that practice is about dropping into what's actually here, right now. It's about dropping in, not about distraction. Inhale to the side. Root through that right foot. Catch hold of the left knee and clasp hands. If you like, you can draw the knee out to the side, right hand to the right hip. Maybe you go gaze over the right shoulder for more of a challenge. Return the knee back to the center line. Fingertips to the sky, knee to the sky. place the foot. Palms meet overhead. Trace the midline. Deep forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, bend the knees. How slowly can you send your left leg back? Low lunge. And your gaze is forward. Reach your arms overhead, crescent lunge. We draw the belly up and in to send the tail, knit the lower ribs down. Send energy all the way through the fingertips here. Warrior two, ground through the back heel. Arms reach equally away from the center of the body. Gaze over the front hand here. And then let's flip the palms to the sky. Soften the elbows. Right, our task here is just to open to and find what's here, meet what's here, hold it with a kind of primal softness. Reach forward, up and back. Reverse warrior, gaze to the top hand or the back foot. Sink even more deeply into that front knee. Warrior two. Extended side angle form to the thigh. Sweep your top arm overhead. Gaze to the top hand or down towards the foot. If you like, take a half bind, left arm behind the low back. And then drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. So just releasing all effort, inviting in whatever you find here. And then we're gonna turn our gaze down towards the right big toe. And then we turn the gaze towards the sky. 2 more times, gazing down towards the foot. And back towards the sky. 1 more time. And up. Let's come back to our warrior two. Reach up and back, 2 straight legs, reverse triangle. Gaze to the top hand or the back foot. Warrior two. Gaze over that front hand. Slowly draw the back arm out to the side and forward. So we draw forth everything on the path to feeling ourselves as fully alive. Pull it through the heart center. And then you expand back out anew. Parallel the front foot fingertips to the sky for star. Let's clasp our hands behind our back. Open the heart. Bow forward, flat back, Prasarita. If you like, you can draw your clasped hands forward here. Make sure that you're not dumping your weight into the heels. Shift the weight towards the balls of the feet. And then we release our hands underneath our shoulders, aligning the heel of the hand with the heels of the feet, hugging the elbows towards the midline. Inhale up, half lift. And then let's turn our legs out from the hips. Skandasana, let's walk our hands to the right, bend the right knee. Walk your hands to the left, bend the left knee. You get to decide how deep you want to go here, right? Be really responsive. And 1 more time to the right. And 1 more time to the left. We spin all the way to the back of our mat, left leg forward. And then we toe heel the left foot to the left side of the mat here. For a modified runner's lunge. So both hands are inside that left foot, the foot's turned out at a 45-degree angle. You can always bring your hands on blocks. If you want to lighten the pose, you can drop the back knee. If you want to deepen it, you can lower down to the forearms. And so our task here isn't to avoid anything, but to really feel and sense into what's here. Don't hold your breath. Stay with it, embodied and observing. Come back up onto your hands Toe heel your left foot back to the midline. Left leg goes back, downward facing dog. Let your breath ground you. Your breath can ground you. Curl forward, high plank. Lower to the earth in the way that you like. Point the toes, hands parallel to the chest. Inhale, we rise together in cobra. Exhale, release. You have a choice here. You can press back to child's pose. You can bend your knees, half plank, or tuck your toes, full plank. Just this inhale, just this exhale. Gaze forward, top of the mat, standing forward fold. Scoop and reach to the top of the mountain. Exhale, two straight arms down to your sides. Inhale and reach in. Palms move. Trace the midline. Deep forward fold all the way to the earth. Rolling up to standing. At the top of your mountain, shrug the shoulders forward, up, around, and down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sink deep. Utkatasana, weighted through the heels, toes light, gaze forward. Maybe bring the hands in front of the heart and sink 2 inches deeper. We sink directly into what's here. We remind ourselves it's not about clinging into bliss, right? Even transcendence is transient. We sink into and respond to the fires of our experience. Inhale to the sky. Root through that left foot. Let's catch hold of the right knee and clasp hands. If you like, you could draw the knee out to the side and the left hand to the left hip. For more of a challenge, you can gaze over the left shoulder. And then return the knee back to the center line. Fingertips to the sky, knee to the sky. And replace the foot. Palms meet overhead. Trace the midline. Can you feel the weight of your thumbs on the forehead, nose, and lips? Heart center, deep forward fold, diving directly into what's here. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, bend the knees, send the right leg back. Low lunge. Gazing forward. Reach your arms overhead, crescent lunge. Showing up fully, but not rigidly. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Ground through the back heel. Warrior two. It's all a part of the dance, right? So you feel all the spaces in between. Flip your palms to the sky. Soften the elbows here. Find a kind of open receptiveness. Reach forward, up and back. Reverse warrior. Gaze to the top hand or the back foot. Warrior two. Extended side angle, form to the thigh. Sweep your top arm overhead. If you like, take a half bind, right arm behind the low back. And then let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, really allowing yourself to notice what you feel inside the right side of the neck. And then we swivel our gaze down towards the left big toe, and then towards the sky. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. And up. Let's return to our warrior two. Flip that front palm, reach forward, up and back. 2 straight legs, reverse triangle. Gaze to the top hand or towards the back foot. Warrior two. Gaze over that left hand. Slowly draw the back arm out to the side and forward. So we draw forth what feels most dark and we thread it through the heart center so we can expand back out more meaningfully, right, to others. Parallel the front foot, fingertips to the sky for star. Clasp your hands behind the back, open the heart. Bowing forward, flat back for Prasarita. If you like, you can draw your clasp hands overhead here. And again, just notice the distribution of weight. Shift your weight into the balls of the feet here. And then replace your hands underneath the shoulders. Align the heel of the hand with the heels of the feet. Inhale up, half lift. And then let's turn our legs out from the hips. Skandasana. Walk your hands to the left. Bend the left knee. Walk your hands to the right. Bend the right knee. And you decide how deep you want to go here. Surf side to side. One more time. Each side. And then we spin to the top of our mat, toe heel your right foot to the right side of the mat for a modified runner's lunge. Both hands are inside the front foot here. You're welcome to stay like this. To lighten the pose, you can drop the back knee. To deepen it, you can drop down onto the forearms. So this has to be a practice of call and response, right? Of noticing what's here, compassionately responding to what's here. That's the practice on and off the mat. Come back up onto your hands. Toe heel the right foot back to the midline. Plant your hands, right leg goes back, downward facing dog. Just this inhale. Just this exhale. Curl forward, high plank. Slowly lower to the earth in the way that you like. We'll meet back in downward facing dog when you're ready. Fully in each moment, fully in each movement. Never rushing. Right? It's more about being than doing. Just this inhale. Just this exhale. Gaze forward, top of the mat, standing forward fold. Scoop and reach to the top of your mountain. Exhale, two straight arms down to your sides. Inhaling and reaching. Feel the weight of your arms. Palms meet. Trace the midline. Deep forward fold all the way to the earth. You can always bend the knees if you need to. Slowly rolling up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Shrug your shoulders forward, up, around, and down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sink deep, Utkatasana. Weight in through the heels, toes light, gaze forward. Maybe you bring your hands in front of the heart and sink 2 inches deeper. In order to feel ourselves as fully alive, we have to be willing to feel everything, right? Our grief and our confusion, our joy and our ease. Inhale to the sky. Root through that right foot. Catch hold of the left knee and clasp hands. This time, if you like, you can hold on to the big toe with peace fingers. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can extend the leg. Maybe you draw the leg out to the side. Maybe you gaze over the right shoulder. Drawing the leg back to the center line. Reach the knee to the sky, fingertips to the sky. Be gentle with yourself. Replace the foot. Palms meet overhead. Trace the midline. Let sensation ground you. Get in your body. Deep forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, bend your knees, send that left leg back. Low lunge. Let's ground through the back heel. Warrior one. Bring your hands to the hips here. Let's give ourselves some guidance. Right thumb draws the right hip crease back. Left hip bone reaches forward. Recommit to the lunge. Reach your arms overhead. To really face what's here now, to take care of what's here now, we have to be grounded. Ground through that back heel. Warrior two. Let's flip our palms to the sky, soften the elbows here. Let's breathe together audibly 3 times. Inhale, bridge the nose. Exhale, deepen the belly. Breathe in and out. One more. Reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior, gaze to the top hand or the back foot. Warrior two. To extended side angle, form to the thigh, sweep your top arm overhead. Gaze to the top hand or down towards the foot, energetically drawing the right elbow to the back wall. From here, we sweep up and back, reverse triangle, 2 straight legs reaching to the back wall. Warrior two. Let's pulse here. As you inhale, lengthen the front leg, hands meet in front of the heart. Exhale, expand. Continue to pulse here, taking whatever arm variation you like. Our task here is to find our place, where we are, to find our place in this very moment. So to do so, you need to be really present, right? In both body and mind, not just operating on automatic pilot. Let's parallel the front foot, fingertips to the sky for star. Clasp your hands behind the back, open the heart, bowing forward, Prasarita. If you like, you can draw the clasp hands overhead. We release the hands underneath the shoulders, inhale up, half lift. We turn the legs out from the hips. You know the drill, Skandasana, walk your hands to the right, bend the right knee. If you'd like to add an arm variation, you can, but you don't have to. We surf side to side one more time. And then we spin to the back of our mat. Left leg forward, toe heel the left foot to the left side of the mat for a modified runner's lunge. This time we're going to drop the back knee. If you like, tuck the left shoulder underneath the left thigh. For more of a challenge, you can take a half bind. Left arm behind the low back. Maybe you catch hold of the opposite wrist for a full bind. It's a little bit of a balance. Gentle with yourself, no matter where you are. And release. Toe heel your left foot back to the midline. Left leg goes back, downward facing dog. Let your breath comfort you. Your breath can comfort you. Curl forward, high plank. Take your connecting vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog when you're ready. And if what you most need in this moment is to rest, then you rest. Just breathing in, just breathing out. Gaze forward, top of the mat, standing forward fold. Scoop and reach to the top of the mountain. Exhale, 2 straight arms down to your sides. Inhaling and reaching. Palms meet. Trace the midline, always returning home to the body. Deep forward fold, all the way to the earth. Rolling up to standing, one vertebra at a time. At the top of your mountain, shrug your shoulders forward, up, around and down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sink deep, Utkatasana. Weight in through the heels, toes light, gaze forward. Maybe bring your hands in front of the heart and sink 2 inches deeper here. So we don't become enlightened, right, by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. Inhale to the sky. Root through that left foot. Catch hold of the right knee in clasped hands. If you'd like to go deeper, you can hold on to the big toe with peace fingers. If you'd like to extend the right leg, you can, extending it forward. Maybe draw the leg out to the side. Maybe look over that left shoulder. We return the leg to center. We meet in a half mountain. It's okay if it's shaky, feel it as it is. Knee to the sky, fingertips to the sky. Replace the foot. Palms meet overhead. Trace the midline. Deep forward fold all the way to the earth. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, bend the knees, send the right leg back. Let's ground through the back heel for warrior one. You might want to heel the left foot slightly to the left. Draw your hands up to the hips. We could all use a little guidance. Left thumb draws the left hip crease back, right hip bone forward, recommit to the front knee. Good, reach your arms overhead. We face what's here, we feel what's here. We try not to flee what's here. Warrior two. Palms to the sky, soften the elbows. Let's breathe together. Inhale, bridge the nose. Exhale, deepen the belly. Breathe in and out. One more time. Reach forward, up and back. Reverse warrior. Gaze to the top hand or the back foot. Warrior two. Extended side angle, form to the thigh. Sweep your top arm overhead. Gaze to the top hand or down towards the front. Let's sweep up and back. 2 straight legs, reverse triangle. Warrior two. Let's pulse with what's here now. Lengthen the front leg, hands meet in front of the heart. Exhale, expand. Continue to move with what's here, choosing whatever arm variation is calling to you. How can you move more intentionally? How can you not just rest in old automatic habit patterns? Star, parallel the front foot, fingertips to the sky. Clasp your hands behind the back, open the heart. Bowing forward, Prasarita. Noticing the placement of weight through the feet here. Release your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, turn the legs out from the hips. Walk your hands to the left, bend the left knee, Skandasana. And then to the right. You can add an arm variation if you like, but you don't have to. Surfing side to side, one more time each side. And then we spin to the top of our mat. Toe heel your right foot to the right side of your mat. Modified runners. Lunge here. Let's drop the back knee. If you like, tuck the right shoulder underneath the right thigh. You don't have to go any deeper. If you like, half bind, right arm behind the low back, or full bind. Catching hold of the opposite wrist. It's not about always being perfectly balanced, right? It's about being fully aware when things are shaky or when they're balanced. That's the practice. And release. Toe heel the right foot back to the midline. Plant the hands, right leg goes back, downward facing dog. Staying with your inhale, staying with your exhale. Take your connecting vinyasa one final time. We'll be back in down dog when you're ready. Just breathing in, just breathing out. Gaze forward. Let's step through and find our way to sitting at the top of our mat. So reaching your legs forward here. Walk your sits bones back, internally rotate the upper thighs. You can always elevate the hips on a block or a blanket. Inhale to the skies. Seated forward fold. Exhale, hinging forward. You can bend your knees if you feel tight here. You can rest your hands on the ankles or hold on to the toes or beyond. With each inhale, try to lengthen from the base of the spine. As you exhale, drop the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Reach your arms out in front of you. Slowly lower down. Challenge you not just to collapse down, but to really be fully present for what's pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. And hold your breath. Breathe through all of it. Once you're on the earth, reach your arms overhead, stretch yourself long. And then let's draw both knees into the chest. Hold on to the shins. Draw the forehead in to meet the knees. As you exhale, release the head and the shoulders on the earth. Reach that left leg long. Keep hugging the right knee into the chest. And then draw the right knee across the body to the left. Walk the left shoulder blade out and turn to look right. So we try to keep both shoulders on the earth. Right palm faces the sky. Feeling the movement of your breath. Return to your back and reach that right leg long. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. And then across the body to the right. Walk the right shoulder blade out. Turn to look left. Try to keep reaching that right leg behind us. Feeling this twist as it is, however it is. And return to your back. Take whatever other final postures you still need. And then when you're ready, find your way into your final relaxation pose. Maybe it's a traditional Shavasana on your back, arms and legs extended. Maybe bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. If you prefer to end in a seated meditation pose or child's pose or something else, feel free to do so. Right? It's about being attuned and responsive to what you need in this very moment. arrived at our most difficult posture, which is Shavasana. I challenge you to try to be as still as possible, right? This is your opportunity just to try to stay fully with yourself in body and mind, breath by breath, moment by moment. Sound is also here to support you. Try not to get lost in thought. In Zen, they write about the fundamental point of practice, the fundamental point of life in this way. Dogen says, now if a bird or a fish tries to reach the end of its element before moving in it, this bird or this fish will not find its way or its place. When you find your place where you are, practice occurs, actualizing the fundamental point. When you find your way at this moment, practice occurs, actualizing the fundamental point. Bring some gentle movement back into your fingers and toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. Reach your arms overhead and stretch yourself long. Roll over onto your right side and draw your knees into your chest. As you move back out into the world, try to make direct contact with each moment of experience so that you can feel yourself as fully alive, so that you can find your way where you are, so that you can find your way in this moment.
When you're ready, make your way up and sit in. Bring our hands together in front of the heart. To the heart. And the mind, thumbs come to third eye center. Joined by the breath, come into the lips. And out into the world through mindful action. Reach up, out, and down. Palms reach away. Namaste.